Hello and welcome everyone here to the Salem Raceway, I think it is, here for round number 3 of the ARCA Axalta Racing Series, as we are honored alive for some classical short track racing here for these drivers here. And it's a kind of a big deal race here because we're going to go to one of the shortest track here for the ARCA Series this race, and then the next race is on to Talladega, the biggest track. So should be a fun one to watch. We're going to get you down here to the commands.
We got to do is everybody carry the weight. We'll be just fine at the end of this thing. 10-4.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the commands have been given here for these young drivers to fire up their engines. And we'll see if everyone gets going. They did indeed. So Salem is a tough short track here. Last time we were out of Salem, I believe it was Mitchell Collins getting the win. However, Collins will start in the back after wrecking and qualifying along with Ashlyn Boyd. So those guys will be in the back. Zachary DeLillo captures the pole. Cody Goforth to his outside. Stephen Colon in the 78 right there along with the 18 beside him. As we go through here. And there you can see is Ashlyn Boyd, also the 77, was collected in the incident. But here we go, the pace cars off pit road. Zachary DeLillo looking to go back to victory lane here in the ARCA Series as we're green in Salem. And already the first 5 guys have pulled away. A bit of a single file start here for these guys as DeLillo shoots out to the early lead. He'll come around and lead lap number 1. And the last time we were at Salem, I believe it was Collins that got the win. Can't really remember. And he made you in the 28 right here to Valle Moscow, I believe is how you say it. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Fisher to his outside, trying to get the position to outside is definitely the way to go here, believe it or not. As you'll see examples of that throughout the race. Sam and Oskin right there battling side by side with a couple drivers. You see right there Dwayne Singleton, the 69, just shoots around the outside of Nathan Fisher and 9 right there. 41 of Valle Moscow now putting the pressure on Mayhew as Stephen Colon. He is trying to catch up to the 25 right there. He's less than about a car length right there. Separates the 2 as you're out on board rear from the race leader, Zachary DeLillo in the 25, who's had a rough start to the season so far. Wrecked at Daytona and got caught up in some incidents, he had trouble starting the race out there at ISM. Had to get something fixed in the car. I believe it was a steering issue. The steering wheel just broke off when they were trying to start the race out there at ISM. Cody Goforth running 3rd. Robert Crown Jr. or Roberto Crown Jr. I believe is how you say it. As there's Collins in the back, along with Ashlyn Boyd. 54 is back here as well, and those guys all got collected in an incident and had to start in the rear of the field here tonight. And this track very difficult to pass on. If you don't go on the outside, you highly doubt you'll get around, the guy in front of you. Here's Sam Oskin in the 46 trying to get up there to battle with Ramian Fisher. As you can see, Konstantinovich running the high line. Looks like he figured it out as he's running the high line trying to catch the guy ahead of him. I believe that's Jacob Buchaltz right there in the 8 car. He too has had a tough start to the season, was in the back for most of Daytona and had an issue mid-race out there at ISM. So a lot of these good guys just had a tough start to the season. As we're out on board with Derek Hamill, this is a battle right now for 9th place as he's behind Fisher. Hamill, former Cup Series driver, was part of the Final 4 racing for a Cup Series championship last time he was over the Cup Series. He's definitely a driver to keep an eye on this season. And he may be having a really good run along with Chase Green, a rookie. Dylan Young in the 99 is still out front. Zachary DeLillo in the 25, dominating right now. And man, Collins and Boyd, these guys have got to be so frustrated, so hard to pass here, and battling right there with the 54. And DeLello is actually catching the tail end of the field here rather quickly. Look at that. Definitely less than a second, I'd say, from lapping the 20 of Ashton Boyd. Now, when he catches these guys, he's got to get around them really quickly here, or else one of Cody Goforth may take advantage. As you are riding on board with him here. And here he comes. Will he stick to the outside? Looks like he's trying to. And he's caught up to them now. What will he do? Try to go to the inside. Not going to work. Cody Goforth is not catching him, as Goforth is running a much higher line than DeLello. DeLello down to the inside. Not where he wants to go. Goforth is going to stay high. 78 of Stephen Colon is also caught up to those guys as well. Goforth gets a huge run down the back right there. Now he's going to go to the inside for the race lead. However, it's not where he needs to be right there. It's going to be really difficult to see who can make passes here. Ashton Boyd just got to be frustrated right now. He's about to go a lap down. Hasn't been able to pass him or Collins, but we're going to take a quick break here at Salem. You're watching the ARCA Axalta Racing Series, round number 3. We'll be back. Welcome back here to Salem. You're watching round 3 of the ARCA Axalta Racing Series as Zachary DeLello continues to lead. He's looking for a way around these lappers. Ashton Boyd in the 20, however, doesn't want to get lapped. He's going to fight these guys off for as long as he can. The 3, however, of Mitchell Collins has already been lapped. We're listening to Collins.
I think I need to taser you about 15 fucking times so I feel better. I know he's trying. No, I ain't gonna go for you, got that? You want to make it right here. Shit cool, let's make some smart shit happen.
You can tell clearly Collins is not happy right now with the race car, and that was him and his, I believe, spotter right there talking. Now new race leader, actually, Stephen Colon. Roberto Crown Jr. is going to be second, as these guys were able to get around Zachary DeLello, who's falling back right there. Is Stephen Colon now in the 78 with the race lead. Ashton Boyd still trying to stay ahead. Side-by-side battle right there. 7 was trying to get a position. This is not going to happen. Right there is everyone's. Actually, we have a yellow flag is out. Yes, it is. And so the caution flag is going to be out for the first time here tonight. And we're hearing it's debris down there on the front stretch, right across the start-finish line right there, and a big breather for a lot of those guys who are in the back. So they'll run them up once again. Should see some guys coming down pit road right here, as everyone really should be going down pit road unless you're
pit lane speed 35.
Unless you're a lapped car. Stephen Colon is going to lead Roberto Crown Jr. in 18. Dylan Young, he's going to lose a lot of time right there. As most of these leaders coming down pit road, lap cars are going to stay out, take the wave around. He's right on board with.
We're going to pull a piece of tape here.
Cody Goforth here.
10-4, what do you think about the pound the right rear for stability and drive off?
So it looks.
The air pressure build is just making this car horrible.
So it looks like it's 4 tires for these guys. So while they go ahead and make their changes and whatever they got to do, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back here to the Salem Speedway for the ARCA Axalta Racing Series. Just had our first yellow debris right there across the start-finish line. It has been cleaned up. These guys have made pit stops. We're ready to get rolling once again, as a Stephen Colon in the 78 in his return season here in NORLA with the race lead. Collins, who's currently back there as well. Getting ready to go back green. Here we go. And the green flag is back out. Less than 10 laps to go now. It's now or never for a lot of these guys. You see Cody Goforth wasting no time, but he's in the wrong line. As right there, I believe that's Dallas Jordan is going to go right around him. Dylan Young trying to go to the inside of Roberto Crown Jr. Crown Jr. slams the outside wall. And he's going to lose the position to Dylan Young in the 99. And the yellow flag is out. We're hearing the yellow flag is out. Yes, it is. Caution is out once again. And I believe we'll have time for a restart. Dwayne Singleton in the 69 with heavy damage. So they'll run him up one more time, it looks like, as Dwayne Singleton in that 69 Ford with some heavy damage. Going to go back and see what happened racing with Nathan Fisher and Carter Joey in the 22. Looks like he came down across the nose of the 9 and got into him right there, hard into the inside wall. Clips Nathan Fisher. They both go back down to the inside wall. And right back in front of traffic. The 30, nowhere to go. The 15 as well. The 71. All getting collected here. Let me take another look at it. Yeah, looks like he was trying to go below. I believe that's Carter Joey in the 22 and didn't know Nathan Fisher was there and then got into him right there. Both drivers go back down to the inside wall, right up in front of traffic. Gets into the 30 of David Rimmer, the rookie. 71 just came in there at full head of steam trying to slow down of Anthony Reeder right there, riding on board with Anthony Reeder.
Record.
Yeah, just nothing he can do there. Nowhere he could go, but caution's out for the second time. We're going to take our second break here, and hopefully we'll be back here to finish this thing under green. Welcome back here to Salem, getting set to go back green. It'll be a one-lap shootout here for the finish. Stephen Colon in the 78 is a race leader. Dylan Young second. Roberto Crown Jr. third. Chase Green, actually, that is in the 35, not Dallas Jordan. And then Cody Goforth in the 1. That is your top 5 in his return season. Stephen Colon trying to go back to victory lane. Actually, I don't even think he's ever won in NORLA. He could have, and I missed it somehow. I feel like he did, but we'll see if he can get the W here tonight with a one-lap shootout. We're green. One lap to do it. It's now or never. Go to the high side if you're trying to pass. Back there, someone's getting past right there. I believe that's the 28 who went around the outside of someone, but it doesn't look like Young is going to have enough time to do it. Stephen Colon back to victory lane. And the crowd goes wild right there for the 78, as looks like we had an incident back there. A couple of guys with heavy damage. We did. Yellow flag was thrown, but it was a one-lap shootout, so the race is going to finish on the green either way. And it's Stephen Colon capturing his first win here in the ARCA Series. He beats Dylan Young right there in the 99. Came so close. He's had a rough start to the season as well. And hopefully this is a sign of things turning around for Dylan Young. Roberto Crown Jr., even after smacking that outside wall, he gets third place. But I do believe we did have an incident. What the heck is going on here? Stephen Reeder and Byron Bell. Bell just went upside down right there. Borsalak Konstantinovic and Dallas Jordan. What the heck happened with those guys? We'll take a look at the incident after this. But Stephen Colon with the win. Dylan Young second. Roberto Crown Jr. third. Chase Green fourth. And Cody Goforth fifth. Andy Mayhew, Vale Masco, Derek Hamill, Zachary DeLello, and Ramian Fisher running out your top 10. Jacob Buhaltz and Paul Hogan 11th and 12th. 4 drivers did not finish on the lead lap. That was Tyler Mills, Mitchell Collins, Chad Foster, and Anthony Reeder, I believe that is. So we're going to go back now and see what happened during that last incident, I believe, on the last lap here. A lot of guys squirming. Oh, looks like the 07 just lost it in the corner. He got a bit sideways and then gets into the 10 of Boston Jones. Gets into the 19 right there, and everyone else was checking up behind them. They all slammed into the wall. I believe there was some oil down there on the track or something, as everyone was just kind of slipping and sliding all over the place. Taking another look at it here. Contact with the 10. Both drivers slammed the inside wall. The 10 was able to continue, but 07 goes back up in front of traffic. Gets into the 19. You see right there, a lot of guys slammed that inside wall, so there must have been some oil on the track or something. And then everybody back there looks like they got collected in this run right here. But wow, riding on board with the 54 of Chad Foster here. Yeah, just absolutely nowhere to go for him. Tough to break for him, but for the 78 of Stephen Cologne, it's his first win. He's going to be celebrating big here as he burns it down for the crowd here in Salem.
Hard work, guys. It was awesome to win with everybody. Everybody's part of this team. Everybody holds a solid position here. And what I mean by that is everybody has each position that is their duty. And it takes focus and determination. And it takes it to bringing it to the next level. Now that we've won, it doesn't change. We can still continue to get better. And I appreciate everybody's hard work.
And now Stephen Cologne, you heard over the radio right there, saying to his team, got a long way to go. He does. So it's only the third race of the season, so still plenty of chances to get more wins. Thank you guys for joining me here for the ARCA Axalta Racing Series here at Salem. Next race is going to be a fun one. It's out there at Talladega for round number 4. So it should be an interesting race to watch there at Talladega. And then after Talladega, we head to Bristol, Kansas, and then Charlotte. Congratulations to Stephen Cologne on getting the win here. Let's get you guys down to the standings after Salem.
I spent the next month sleeping all alone on your side. It's been a long year and some dark, dark nights. Well, since you threw your lasso around the moon and rode it out of sight, and I could see where you were headed, so I tried to rope the sun, but it just burned.